Just off the Texas coast sits a unique beach town marked with salty vibes and sun-soaked memories. Port Aransas is a place where family traditions unfold naturally, and beauty lies both in island views and the unhurried moments between adventures. One visit, and you'll see why generations of Texans have anchored their traditions to the island life. Start your new favorite family tradition in Port Aransas, Texas. Go to visitportaransas.com and plan your visit to Austin's beach. What's up, y'all? It's Friday. It's been another week in the wonderful city of Austin, so of course that means lots of news. We're going to get into it on our Friday News Roundup. We're talking about the Texas Legislature's school voucher plan, federal funding for public media, a local bar getting big-time recognition, and our weekend plans. Today on CityCast Austin. It's Friday, April 18th. I'm Nikki Devon, and this is what Austin's talking about. Hello! I am here with my bomb-ass newsletter editor, Kelsey Bradshaw. Hey, Kelsey.
Hi, happy Friday.
And our wonderful executive producer, Eva Ruth Moravec. What's up, Eva Ruth?
Yo, yo, yo.
Wait, before you move on, I have to expose Eva Ruth again. I'm just in the business of exposing her now. I just need all of our listeners to know that she wrote down yo, yo, yo so that she wouldn't forget to say it.
I thought I might ad-lib in the moment, but I needed the line. I needed the line.
Love your dedication.
It's so funny.
I love your dedication.
Thank you.
I love it. I love it.
Love a Friday News Roundup. I can't help myself.
What a long, long week in the news.
Mm-hmm.
So it took many hours, but early Thursday morning, the Texas House voted to approve the Senate's voucher bill, which will set up a system to funnel taxpayer money to parents whose children go to private school. They also approved spending a bunch of money on public schools. So, Ruth, what is happening? How are we feeling about this?
Well, feeling like it was kind of inevitable. This was bound to happen from the very beginning. We knew it. It was just kind of a matter of like when and how messy, and could the Democrats do anything to kind of throw a wrench in the plans? And they tried. They did try, but they failed. The vote was pretty partisan. I think there were 2 Republicans who sided with the Democrats to vote against it. But this was something that Governor Greg Abbott really wanted to pass. He's wanted to pass this for years. It's one of those things that keeps coming back. And last session especially, he really wanted to get it passed. And there were a couple special sessions as well. And then Abbott primaried some representatives who went against vouchers. So he was just trying to clear the way for this to happen. And so it would have been embarrassing if it didn't happen. And it has. So it's already passed the Senate. The House changed the Senate's version slightly. So the deal is they basically approved spending $1 billion on a school voucher program. It'll give students money to use toward private school tuition, $10,000 to use toward that tuition. And the big change that the House made to the Senate's version was to say that 80% of that $1 billion had to go to families below the poverty line. And that was something that the Senate's version didn't have. And so people were criticizing that for just being a coupon for wealthy families who want to send their kids to private school. And this is still allowing for 20% of that money to go to wealthy parents. Both chambers have to finally pass it. They have to work out the differences in the 2 versions, and then it will go to the governor. But seems like it's on the way. And then the House also passed $7.7 billion for public schools, which are really in need of that money. So people who used to be against the voucher program saying it's going to take money away from public schools, they tried to speak to that by giving public schools a bunch of money first. So that's where we are. I don't know if that makes it better. Does it make it better for y'all at all that they funded public schools?
I think it helps.
It pisses me off that the only reason that they funded public schools was so that they could get what they want, which tells me that you could have did that shit a long time ago.
Right.
You could, like, where did this money magically come from?
They had it last session. It just got held up because of this, because the lawmakers did not want to fund vouchers without public school funding. And so, and that also goes to teacher pay raises, which are really needed. And it's kind of strange to see like President Trump so invested in Texas stuff.
Oh my God.
It's a lot.
Like, don't you have something else to do?
He called in on Wednesday morning. He called into the GOP caucus meeting. And the clip that I saw, it's like a 7-minute long phone call.
What?
And and I was listening to it.
Listen to.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because at first, he's talking about vouchers or whatever, and then he just starts talking about how he won Texas in a landslide.
Yep.
And then back to vouchers, and at one point he's like, "Is Dan Patrick there?" And they're like, "No, this is just a caucus meeting."
He's in the wrong chamber.
Yeah. Oh my God! Yeah. So he just Kanye West the he's just you know what? I'm gonna let you finish, but
did you know
I
won the greatest?
In a landslide. Sit down, Kanye.
And he was also like, y'all, if you need me to come down there, it's like, and do what? You're gonna glare at the lawmakers as they vote?
What was he gonna do?
What, you gonna get spray tan all over everything? Stay where you are. Leave us alone. You got enough. We have enough to worry about. We have our own dictator here. We have enough to worry about.
He congratulated Texans on Thursday morning too, saying that it's a gigantic victory for students and parents in Texas. So congrats to the school choice people. They are getting their way. So we shall see how that affects education.
I know. I'm really, really interested to see what happens next. $7.7 billion for public schools, $1 billion for private schools. I don't know. I just think there's nothing more important than school. And I'm just very interested to see how lawmakers putting their hands into everything is gonna work.
I love this little snippet. Says there was a passionate debate, and one representative who was serving as speaker during the debate broke the glass covering of the speaker's dais, and so the debate had to be paused for a bit.
I love that kind of drama.
I do too. I'm just picturing angry men like harumph.
There was harumping all night.
So much harumping.
Yes.
I have a harumph, actually. Here I go. Time to transition.
Hey y'all, it's Nikki. I wanted to tell you about something you need to save the date for. Austin Community Foundation has been a trusted partner in local philanthropy for individuals, families, and businesses looking to do good in Central Texas. And on April 29th, Austin Community Foundation invites you to Austin in Common at ACL Live Moody Theater. Now, this is an event like no other and is focused on storytelling. The night will feature 4 community leaders, Carrie Rodriguez, Kendall Antonelli, Chris Hyams, and Dr. Colette Pierce Burnett, who will share their Austin stories, their diverse experiences of living, working, and raising families right here in Austin. It's a chance to celebrate our togetherness because no matter who you are or where you're from, we all have Austin in common. Sponsorships and tickets are available at austinincommon.org. So get yours today. That's austinincommon.org. Hey y'all, it's Nikki. I have to tell you about Tecovas boots. I finally have a pair, and I don't know if y'all know this, but they're handmade, high quality, and stylish. And they're comfortable right outside of the box. Now, I know we buy everything online these days, but trust me, you have to get fitted for some boots at Tecovas. Now, whether you're like me, a newbie to boots, or you have a closet full of them, the folks at Tecovas will help you find your next favorite pair. So, grab a friend, head on over to the Tecovas flagship on South Congress or their store at the Domain. Plus, Good news, they just opened a store in Georgetown at 709 Main Street for those of you that live just a little further north. With 3 locations in town, you have no excuses. So that's tecovas.com, TECOVAS.com. Don't go gently, y'all.
I am personally harumphed about this. The Trump administration has a plan to eliminate nearly all federal funding for public media, which includes PBS and NPR. And Congress is on a break right now, so they're going to have to wait, and they'll come back on April 28th, and then they'll have 45 days to either approve the cut or restore the funding. And this makes me so mad. Austin's KUT station could be affected. General Manager Debbie Hyatt, she posted on social media that KUT and KUTX receive about 6% of their annual budget from the federal government. And then money to the entire NPR system only costs us taxpayers less than $2 per year. So, I understand that Trump and a lot of his followers hate the media and all this stuff, but to hate PBS, to hate NPR Tiny Desk, what are we doing?
You're going after Tiny Desk and Big Bird.
Yes.
I need to see Big Bird in the halls of Congress.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. It's just so upsetting.
But overall, the proposal is to rescind $1.1 billion, which is 2 years worth of funding for the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, which then funds NPR and PBS.
Public media has a lot to do with keeping people educated and informed. Mm-hmm. And so it's like they're swinging wildly at anything to make sure people can't find out the truth. You know what I mean? And so of course they're going to go for public media and NPR. I mean,
right.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're just there's too much truthing happening in public media.
Yeah.
But it's just like another grab at control. It's a grab at control to make sure they don't want people to be informed. They don't want unbiased, here are the facts. I listen to NPR because that's what you get. You just get facts.
Right.
They can't handle that. You can't have NPR out here spreading facts.
PBS does so much more. NPR does so much more than just news, right? There's so many things happening at PBS and NPR that have nothing to do with Trump and covering his administration. And
it's his ego.
Yeah.
It's ego.
It makes me upset.
It's politicizing the media. I agree. NPR, PBS have always kind of been almost the boring news, PBS NewsHour. It's not thrilling, but it's factual. They get in the weeds on things. It's where you go to get the kind of in-depth, just plain, straight-up news, Yeah. But the White House has said that it's trash that passes as news, and it says
please, PBS, come on.
Listen, we can't have all those facts now. I told y'all.
I know.
Also, the cultural programming. There's so many wonderful cultural things that PBS does about history, about things that, the current administration might want to pretend didn't happen.
Unfortunately or fortunately, we live in a democracy where we do have free speech and we are able to question the government and hold people accountable. And they're doing their job. I heard this interview with the head of NPR who said the question was why should the media be getting funding from the government? Does that put you in the pocket of the government in any way? And they were no, the public funding keeps us accountable and reminds us that we have a responsibility to serve all of the public.
That's it.
There's so many media that target certain audiences, and know that that's their audience. And by having this federal funding, it's no, your entire country is your responsibility. And
we pay for it.
I like
we
that.
pay to be informed.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's our money.
Right.
We pay because we want to be informed across the board.
I'm paying for the military. I'm paying for all these other things, right?
That's the part of it that it's not like the government is paying them.
Right.
It's federal funding, but the government is not paying NPR.
Yeah.
Our taxes are. It's a taxpayer funded thing. He just gets to reallocate, I guess.
Well, and
Yeah.
I think a move like this should freak everyone out. Like, I think everyone
Yeah.
should be really upset. And I think clamping down on the media, clamping down on something like PBS and NPR should make you really scared.
Most of the information that I looked up for our news roundup, I got from KUT.
We have them on as guests too. We
Yeah.
love interviewing KUT reporters and
They do local news hard. It's great.
yeah. Happy Feet Dance Party, my
Oh my
favorite
God, I love Happy
favorite
Feet.
radio experience of the week.
Happy Feet Dance Party is my jam. My friend Claire introduced Happy Feet Dance Party to me, I want to say 7 or 8 years ago. I mean, it's been that long. And I was having a rough week. And she was like, have you ever heard of Happy Feet Dance Party? I was like, no, what is it? I have to have it immediately. Y'all, it's so good.
It's the best.
It is an instant mood booster. It immediately makes you feel like, okay, you know what? I can keep dealing with this shit a little bit longer.
Right.
A little bit longer. Happy Feet Dance Party is every Friday, 4 to 7, with Johnny D, the ever
The
loving.
best. Ever loving.
So please, if
Oh.
you just listen to it. You will not be disappointed. Shout out to Johnny D. He's incredible. He makes me happy. He makes a lot of people happy.
That's another example of like, it's not just news. Like
Yeah.
KUT puts on community
Yes.
events. I went to one of their free concerts at Mueller last week. There were
Mhm.
literally thousands of people there
Yeah.
for free music.
Yeah.
And like tonight at Lou's on the east side, they're going to have a vinyl happy hour starting at 4.
Yes.
Listen to KUT. Go to their little party.
Yes.
go to their happy hour.
Give
go
them
to
a
everything.
donation.
Give them a donation.
Become a member.
Because our administration is just like, it's like they're using funding like monopoly money. It's
Mhm.
just so distressing.
You got to support the stuff that you care about, like NPR and your favorite local bar.
Just off the Texas coast sits a unique beach town marked with salty vibes and sun-soaked memories. Port Aransas is a place where family traditions unfold naturally, and beauty lies both in island views and the unhurried moments between adventures. It's a place where multiple generations can get together under one roof to share slow beachfront mornings and cool Gulf breeze evenings. An island escape with 18 miles of shoreline to cast your line, kayak with the kids, or simply cruise the coast in a golf cart. One visit, and you'll see why generations of Texans have anchored their traditions to the island life. Start your new favorite family tradition in Port Aransas, Texas. Go to visitportaransas.com and plan your visit to Austin's beach. Okay, so yeah, favorite bar. Nickel City makes the list of 100 best bars in the U.S., sliding in at number 70. And the quote is, there's been a bar on the site since 1934, and they have a respect for that legacy by keeping an inclusive neighborhood atmosphere. Nickel City is a place where you could easily lose a whole day and night. Forget coming here for a gimmicky cocktail. The bar it's all about serving cold beer, Boilermakers, draft pims, and Aperol spritzes and long drinks. An attached food truck, Del Rey, serves up authentic Detroit-style coney dogs, chicken wings, and other comfort food. And they've won a bunch of awards. They've won just about every award going for a good reason. There's one at Fort Worth and Houston, too. So it used to be Long Branch for anybody that's been in the city for a long time. And Long Branch was a dope neighborhood divey bar. And so I remember when Long Branch was closing, I was like, oh, here we go. They're going to put some crap, some like ridiculous crappy bar is about to show up. And I was really surprised and delighted when Nickel City showed up. It's a solid bar, y'all. It's like best crinkle fries in the city, hands down. You can fight me.
Best pizza rolls in the city.
Best pizza rolls
Dip 'em
in the city.
Ranch. Oh my God, that sounds so good right now.
Mhm.
They have a solid old fashioned that you can get for $7 on happy hour menu. Plus, they got this frozen Irish coffee that's off the charts.
Ooh.
I mean, it's just, they have great programming. They have DJs sometimes. Austin Boogie Crew comes in and plays really good music. And it's always a mix. You never know what you're going to get. My experience has been when I go in there, I never know who I'm going to see. Sometimes I'll go in there and it's just full of bros. Popped collars, boat shoes, and khakis. It's full of bros. And then other times I'll go in there and
it's like a one drink night. Thank you.
Yeah. Other times I go in there and it's like construction workers.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorite bars in the city. But I'm curious because I'm biased. I have a list of other bars I think should have made it. Do y'all think there's another Austin bar that y'all would have put on this list?
I don't think so. And like, I do really like Nickel City. Like, it feels like a dive and also not like a dive. And I like going there during Christmas. They like do all of the decorations and it's so nice. But I mean, no, there's like, we've talked about like Silver Meadow on here before. I think that's one of the best bars in America. Like, there are plenty of bars in Austin that I think, it's surprising that only Nickel City, which isn't even just in Austin, you know? Like, there's so many bars that are just Austin-based that could have been on here. Like, where's Deep Eddy Cabaret? Like, what are we...
Still never been there, but
what are we doing?
Exactly.
Where's Lala's?
I didn't want to be the one to say it, but yes.
Lala's is the best. The Little Darlin'. Anyway.
Little Darlin's great. I was just at the Little Darlin'. I was just in Nickel City. I think Cavalier would have been, if we're talking just like divey, cool little divey bars, the VC, like, you know, the list goes on and on. But shout out to Nickel City. It is a solid bar. Last Thursday, we were there with a friend, like celebrating some stuff. And the very attractive, beautiful bartender was trying to get everybody's attention. So she just picked up a bullhorn and was like, shh. If you left your number on the bar, we can't get you your food. Look in front of you. Do you have a number? It was just like, and for whatever reason, that tickled me. I was like, yes, let's get their attention.
Just yell at everyone.
Yeah. So, shout out to Nickel City for staying on the radar and winning awards and all of that stuff. And if you are looking for something to do this weekend, that could be one of the things that you do.
Oh.
But if you're looking for something else to do, in addition to going to Nickel City, we have some options for you.
I want to go first. Pick me.
I say go for it. Go first.
Okay. I am trying to get out to Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center for their spring native plant sale. It's going to start at 9 a.m. and go until 1 p.m. And they're going to have a bunch of plants. They're going to have like 4-inch pots starting at $3.25. They're going to have 1-gallon pots for $10. Which sounds like a good time. It's going to feature a variety. This is what the website says. A variety of Texas natives, including flowering perennials and annuals, grasses, vines, shrubs, and trees for shady and sunny gardens. And as we all know, native plants are better than invasive plants. So anyway, I'm getting excited. My voice is going.
You are
talking about this. I'm
you
so
are
sorry.
Excited.
Anyway, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm excited about it.
Nice. It's the season. Get your plant on.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Ruth?
I have a couple of recommendations for this weekend. If you are a regular listener of the show, then you know that we interviewed John Waters this week. Get out of here.
Should I start singing Hairspray?
Yes. Can you?
Good morning, Baltimore. Every day's like an open door. Wow.
Great.
Someone hire me.
Perfect.
Continue.
Please, for the love of God.
We will weave that in. Maybe he'll bust into song while he's performing on Saturday at the Moon Tower Comedy Festival. Who knows? Could be. It's 70 minutes. He calls himself a carny. He's really funny, obviously. You don't need to hear that from me. But just in case you didn't know, he's very funny. And he's going to be at the Paramount Theater on Saturday. And there's also other Moon Tower comedy shows going on still, if that's your jam. And then also the Austin Reggae Festival is happening this weekend it's happening at Auditorium Shores. And it benefits the Central Texas Food Bank. And just wanted to give it a special shout out because the food bank just also joined the club of organizations that are losing federal funding. And now is a really tough time for a lot of Austin families, and a lot more people are relying on the food bank than even were during the pandemic, they've said. So go to the reggae festival and support the food bank. What about you, Nikki?
So on Sunday, there's something happening that is one of my favorite events in the city. It's called Lesbian Wedding, and it is the brainchild of Beth Schindler, and it's essentially this event for queer people, and they're people that love them and allies, and it's to come. Now, wait, before I say that, now listen, Lesbian Wedding is a sacred space, so if you show up and you ain't queer, extreme allies only. So Lesbian Wedding is something, it's such a clever brainchild of hers, because she a while ago was like, the only time you see all the lesbians is when there is a wedding. And so ever so often, like every quarter, she'll have Lesbian Wedding. It's at the Sahara Lounge. It's 3 to 9 p.m. And there's DJs, drag, bands, and cake. And it is one of my, it's like especially like for us queers that are of a certain age, it's sometimes you see the only other queers your age out in the wild, and you're like, hey, how's the past 6 months been, bud? Where you? Like, I have a friend who only comes out for Lesbian Wedding. Aww. She's like, this is the only time I leave my house, girl. I'm not trying to do nothing else. So it's one of my favorite events. Just a wonderful, inviting, loving event. And it's all day. And you can just go and sit and see people you love and hug and be gay. So, yeah, that's what's happening on Sunday. That's going to be my recommendation for queers and extreme queer allies. Extreme. I don't know why I said like a monster
ally
truck.
Level extreme.
You have to have the card from the extreme
and
ally
also,
club.
Before we leave, I'm going to shout out to Remy and Sam, who are renewing their wedding vows. They're having a vow renewal service for 20 years, celebrating their 20-year anniversary. So y'all are cute, and congratulations. I love y'all. Can't wait to see you.
Nice.
And that's it. That's all of the news for this week. Thank y'all for rounding up the news with me.
Oh, happy to.
Loved it.
I'm so glad that we are here on this Good Friday.
Oh, yeah.
All together.
Go into the spiritual weekend, everyone. You have been blessed by CityCast Austin.
Yeah, everybody be safe and be nice and don't drive like a maniac. Yeah. Bye, Eva Ruth. Bye, Kelsey.
Bye.
Bye.
That's all for today here on CityCast Austin. Our executive producer is Eva Ruth Moravec. Our producers this week are Zoe Culkin and Selena Cia Reynolds. And I'm your host, Nikki Devon. Our Hey Austin newsletter editor is Kelsey Bradshaw. And music is by Nelson Valente Aguilar of Como Las Movies, with additional music by Alva Kimonos, Bossa Band, and Wendy Marcini from Triple Scoop Music via Getty Images, and Kama Svensson from EpidemicSound.com. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell a friend, rate the show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our Hey Austin newsletter. We'll be back Monday morning with more news from around the city. Bye, y'all.